In the heart of Beijing, thousands of miles from the snow-capped Tibetan mountains, the rhymes of Tibetan culture are alive and thriving.
I personally love Tibetan music, dance, and Tibetan costumes. In 2011, I started to dance with them. During a morning run, I heard Tibetan music, which deeply attracted me, so I joined in. It's been 15 years now. We do it every day, 365 days a year, from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Even in Beijing's coldest weather, like the year before last when it was minus 19 degrees Celsius, we still kept dancing as usual.
Here in this bustling metropolis, retirees gather in early morning to dance to the melodies of the plateau.
In 2007, this Tibetan Guozhuang dance club was established. It's been 18 years. Now we have more than 130 members. The youngest are in their 20s, who are post-90s generation, and the oldest are nearly 80. Men and women, young and old, working professionals and retirees alike. I'm a Beijinger and used to work as a teacher. These are our young post-80s members. We have about 7 or 8 of them, along with post-90s, making up our younger crowd.
I can only join on weekends, as I have to work on weekdays. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I'm from Jiangxi province.
I'm from Beijing,
Heilongjiang province.
My hometown is Chongqing municipality.
Our group is truly a gathering of people from all across the country.
In China, Tibetan culture is not just confined to the plateau region. It's a living tradition, embraced and celebrated across the nation, as Tibetan heritage has long been deeply woven into the fabric of Chinese culture. 60 years ago in 1965, the Xizang Autonomous Region was established. For this land, the past 6 decades represent a complete cycle of transformation, from a feudal theoretical system to modern governance. During this period, Xizang has undergone unprecedented modernization, advancing not only in infrastructure and economic development, but also in preserving and revitalizing unique cultural heritage. Is Xizang's cultural preservation just a matter of protecting the past, or about securing a future where traditions continue to thrive? In Tibetan cultural protection, how does Chinese government combine traditional values and forward-thinking policies? And what are the legal safeguards for the protection, heritage, and development of Tibetan culture? China is a unified multi-ethnic country. Its long history and culture has been jointly created by all ethnic groups. China's legal framework robustly guarantees ethnic minorities' rights to preserve their languages, customs, and cultural heritage. Article 4 of the Constitution states all ethnic groups in the People's Republic of China are equal. All ethnic groups have the freedom to use and develop their own spoken and written languages and to preserve or reform their own customs and traditions. Meanwhile, the Regional Ethnic Autonomy Law specifically mandates support for developing Tibetan culture, arts, and historical preservation. These provisions ensure systematic protection and promotion of Xizang's unique cultural traditions. Over the past 6 decades, the Chinese government has made substantial investments in the region, allocating billions of dollars in funding, along with significant human and material resources to ensure that Tibetan culture, from its ancient monasteries to its vibrant festivals, is both protected and promoted. Data shows that from 2012 and 2024, 473 million yuan, or about $65.7 million from the Chinese central government and local government has been invested in preserving intangible cultural heritage. From the famous Tibetan opera Epic of Gosar, recognized by the UNESCO, to the Tibetan medical bath that have been practiced for centuries.
Through the bathing, nutrients of the herbs can be easily absorbed by blood capillaries, and toxins inside the body will be sweated out, thus balancing the patient's endocrine system and boosting immunity.
I'm 71 years old. I've kept seeking this treatment regularly since I suffered diabetes years ago. It can effectively relieve the symptoms of related complications.
Over the past decades, Xizang has achieved dynamic preservation of Tibetan medicine by adopting an intangible cultural heritage protection plus educational inheritance plus industrial transformation model. This has demonstrated that the protection and development of ethnic cultures requires systematic policy support, technological empowerment, and a global vision. In addition to intangible cultural heritage, cultural relics and historical sites have also been placed under protection over decades. By the end of 2024, more than 4,400 cultural relic sites had been examined and registered. The UNESCO-listed Potala Palace Complex, Norbalinka and Jokang Temple, 43 museums and 277 grotto temples, all these cultural relics are under comprehensive preservation. Tibetan culture is not a static relic of the past, it's a living, evolving daily lives. Public cultural services in Xizang have expanded dramatically. With over 200 cultural centers, libraries, and museums across the region, the people now have more access than ever to the cultural resources. Due to innovations like digital cultural platforms, Tibetans living in even the most remote areas can now access Tibetan literature, arts, and films, transforming cultural access into a shared experience for all. Language, too, plays a crucial role in preserving Tibetan culture. Tibetan language and script are not only taught in schools, but are actively promoted in government and media. This commitment to linguistic heritage is evident in the growing number of Tibetan publications, from newspapers to books, films to TV shows, all helping to keep the language vibrant and relevant in today's world. By sharing the Tibetan traditions and culture with the world, Xizang is contributing to a global dialogue on cultural diversity and sustainable development. However, these are those who seek to undermine the achievements of Xizang Autonomous Region, often through misinformation or misguided narratives. Yet, the reality of Tibetan cultural resilience is clear. Despite challenges, Tibetan culture continues to evolve and thrive. Xizang's successful model of cultural preservation demonstrates how tradition remains intact while dynamically engaging with the modern world.